Minecraft. Haunted. Minecraft did seem haunted at the end of my previous episode, where a creeper face mysteriously appeared in the snow. Go watch the end of the episode if you haven't seen it. I will talk a little bit about that in this episode. I will also be talking about Reddit Race for the Wool and potential future maps and things going on in Minecraft, in the world in general, as well as in Brian's life. And we will do it against the backdrop of doing some caving. How appropriate. Nevertheless, in a future video, I am going to try to get away from caving and actually work on one of the other projects that I want to do in exploration and tactics. But I had a lot to talk about again, and caving is the easiest backdrop, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to Exploration and Tactics with Brian, and we are right where we left off at the end of the previous episode, where this creeper face had mysteriously appeared in the snow as the snow was falling and coating the rest of the ground. And yes, what is up with that? Well, there is indeed some trickeration going on, but at the time that I'm recording this on Saturday night, no one has figured out what actually happened. People speculated that there was something up in the sky, but yeah, when you look up in the sky and you see like one block directly above you, that's just because, as someone pointed out, the textures are completely 2D, and so you can't see them directly above you. And yeah, I tried to look up in the sky. There isn't anything up in the sky. And other people thought there might be a source of heat or torchlight or something that was underneath this thing. But heat in Minecraft, as far as I know, does not work that way. In fact, there's no such thing as heat. There's only light, and we can't actually see any light emanating from here that would melt snow or prevent the snow from forming. And yeah, so that's not what is up either. And yeah, so what's going on? Well, perhaps I want to talk a little bit more about kind of the whole previous episode. But I want to do it with more exciting things happening on the screen. And so I'm going to go elsewhere, and then we'll start talking. And, as is often the case, some fresh caving can perhaps form a backdrop for me to continue talking about the things I want to talk about, in this case. Yes, the previous episode, and the creeper face in the snow. And so, I guess the first thing I will say is I will go ahead and admit, alright, I've gotten myself into trouble of late when all of a sudden I started digging out gravel blocks below me. So how about we stand on a more solid block before we dig this out, just to make sure that we are safe. Oh, I'm down at the lava level. I didn't realize I was that low. And there's plenty of gold around. Great. Terrific. Oh, and redstone. Maybe I'll find some diamonds down here. This could be really profitable while I'm talking, actually. Alright, so this will be a nice backdrop. First of all, I'll light things up. So, yes, I was pleased with how that episode turned out, because it actually took a surprising amount of effort, some of which I will go ahead and tell you about now. So the first thing is I came up with the idea for this particular little kind of like trick or prank where something mysteriously forms in the snow a while back, not too long ago, maybe a week or two ago, and was trying to figure out a good way to kind of make it play out. And yes, I decided to do it the way that I did it, which was, it's kind of, if you guys have seen the movie Airplane, there might be a name for this style of humor, but basically the type of humor where in the foreground you have something very serious going on, like people are having a serious conversation, and then in the background something is happening, you know, funny in the background. And so that's the kind of thing that I was going for. And so in this case, in the foreground, I was talking about, you know, some various serious things to talk about in terms of life changes for Brian. But then in the background, meanwhile, we had this evolving thing, and I was trying to occasionally take sneak peeks at it, and so you might have caught a glimpse of the creeper face starting to form as the snow was falling in one or two places as things went on. But at the same time, it was hopefully subtle, even if you did catch a glimpse, and so it wasn't immediately obvious what was going on until kind of like the final reveal at the end. So that was the effect I was going for, and I was very pleased with how that turned out. And so, hooray for that. And I hear some mobs above me, and so after I clear out this little area, I'm sure there's going to be another cave system we can break into and find more delicious, delicious resources. No diamonds right here. But I guess the mobs that I hear are over in this direction, and so we'll start trying to go this way and find the water that they're going splashy. Oh! Hello. Alright, well that's going to make things more interesting, because apparently there's an abandoned mine shaft over here. which inherently makes things more dangerous. And so actually, before I jump into the mine shaft, I will stay down here at the lava layer. But I will put out some light so that you guys can see what's going on, and so that I can see what's going on as well. But we definitely have a lot of mob sounds up there, so this could be interesting. Alright, so the humor factor in terms of the foreground-background thing. Once I had the idea, I have not interacted with snow very much in a long time, and so I was not sure how long it was going to take for the blanket of snow to kind of cover up the whole area, and so I had to come up with something that I could plausibly do, that I could be standing in one area for a long time, and that's where I came up with the idea, or rather stole the idea from Etho, to do the comments in the books. I can't tell if we're actually like by a zombie spawner, and that's why we have so many zombie spawn. Ooh, hello. I have a bow and arrow, I'm gonna use them. I think he just drowned. I think he got caught underneath some water flow over here. Alright, my expectation is that, in fact, the main thing over here is just water pushing all the mobs into one area. Nevertheless, I am in some danger here, and so let's try to approach this from a slightly higher ground. I have my food bars, so we're okay there. I'm going to try to take out the skeleton and the creeper if I can. The zombies I don't really care about. And I also am starting to waste my arrows here, because I only have probably 20 left or something. Alright, let's do something better here. Let's see if I can stand up here, not have the skeleton shoot the creeper and have the creeper explode, not have the creeper explode in my face, not have anybody else who I don't see yet come sneaking up on me, but manage to kill all these mobs. Yeah, I think they all just got pushed down and then couldn't get out of the water stream. So I think momentarily this will become safe again, and I'll continue talking. Hello, skeleton. There we go. Alright, I hear another zombie still somewhere, but a zombie is not going to kill me. 2 seconds later, a zombie kills Brian. Oh, the irony. Oh, no. And while I'm not too worried about the mobs, all of a sudden a bug just flew right on my screen, so I need to make a cut. Sorry. Alright, unfortunately, there is some kind of flying insect in the room with me, and so if I get startled, and it's not because I'm being startled by something on the screen, that's why. I didn't find where the insect went. But hopefully he won't disturb me as I continue to record, so that I can focus on the tasks at hand. And I think I actually, this water stream is kind of helping me out for the moment, and so maybe I should leave the water stream there, and make the area a little safer, and then we can try to kill all of those creepers and bad guys. Or maybe we can circle around even. So in any case, back to the topic at hand. So yes, I needed something that I could do that was going to take a long time so that the snow could actually fall and the whole scene could evolve. And so I used the comments idea. And then, yes, I also had to experiment with, you know, the idea that would make it actually appear in the snow the way I wanted it to. And actually the first time I tried it, it didn't work. And so I actually had to do it twice. And had to get it to snow again in order to do it the second time, and had to wait like 5 Minecraft days each in order to get new snowstorms, weather, precipitation, whatever it is I'm trying to describe here, to actually happen. Is that a normal spider? Yes. Who has glitched again. But if he's just a normal spider, I'm not too worried about him. I think he's right there. I thought I saw him, and now I don't see him anymore. Is he on the ceiling? There he is. Hello, big spider. You are getting really stuck in the floor for some reason. I guess that's just how Minecraft works. If mobs aren't stuck in the floor, it's not Minecraft. That is some stuff I don't mind picking up. And so I will try to take that down. Yes, this pick is good enough that I can just use the pick as like an axe to take down the wood, which is super awesome because it means like I hardly ever have to switch tools. I can use the pick to collect the chest. And at some point in the not too distant future, I need to put down the under chest and kind of organize my inventory. So yes, it took a long time to film, I guess, basically. That episode only ended up being like, I don't know, 12 minutes long or something, but there was a lot of prep work that went into it in terms of the ideas as well as the execution. And so I hope that it was entertaining and intrigued you at the end as much as I intended it to. Ooh, I need to create some torches. Brian likes an excuse to sing during his episodes, and so he creates torches. Also, he needs them for light. Huzzah! Alright, I was about to say, things seem reasonably safe over here as a skeleton shoots me completely unexpectedly. Hello, skeleton. I can finish you off with a sword. Huzzah. Alright, there are many places above me where mobs could fall, and those mobs might include spiders. Cave spiders, I mean. And so I do need to exercise some care here. But at the same time, it's also good to have some excitement. Ooh, I need to eat. Steak. Delicious. Yes, and so, yeah, the final thing that I have not yet answered is, how did I actually do it? There was nothing in the sky. There wasn't anything under the ground that was, like, heating up the snow or anything like that. So how did I do it? And rather than tell you, I want you guys to try to guess or figure it out. I previously did a similar kind of thing with a creeper face that appears. For those of you who've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, I will try to remember to link it in this video, but it was an old video entitled Craziness. That was a very short video that was just 3 minutes, and it was just all about a little prank where a creeper face appears. And I won't say any more about it than that, just for any of you who might not have seen it. And oops! Well, I just mined a diamond without using a fortune pick, so that's a little unfortunate. But we will live. But now let's go ahead and silk touch the rest of the diamonds that I see over here. And now would be probably a good time, before I screw anything else up, to go ahead and throw down the ender chest and put away some of my inventory, since it is getting very cluttered. So yes, this video called Craziness. I also had a crazy kind of prank where a creeper face appears. And so, yeah, it's kind of related to the idea of what I had going on here now. I guess I'll put the diamond away as well. I don't need the lapis. I hear a lot of bad guys around. I'm also going to just kind of like clean up the inventory a little bit like this. Alright, I think that's good enough for now. I can put that chest away as well. So I can pick the ender chest back up, and I don't need to pick up that stone block, but probably just did. Oops. Alright, let's go find some more bad guys to fight. And so, in that video, I made what I think is a mistake, which is I had the prank, and then immediately after the prank, I immediately told you guys how I did it, how I made it happen. And yes, I feel like it didn't even get, in that video, I didn't even give it a chance to kind of like sink in and like give people a chance to kind of like wonder, wait, what just happened? That is also the first video, I believe, where I said, "Mommy," when I was scared, which I referred to in the previous video with the creeper in the snow, where I said, I've said it before and I'll say it again, "Mommy." Yes, that was kind of what I was referring back to. And so in this video, basically, I wanted to let the mystery of it kind of linger in the air for a while, and I also wanted to see if people are going to be clever enough. I expect you all will be clever enough now that I'm actually posing the question, because you guys tend to be pretty smart and come up with both good ideas in terms of like suggestions on the videos, as well as, I don't know, I think people will be able to figure out how I did it now that I'm asking the question. But if you have a guess at how I did it, then you can go ahead and post it in the comments, and yeah, by the next video, then I'll go ahead and kind of reveal the secret regardless, if people haven't already guessed. But yes, that was a whole lot of fun to make. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope the ending of that video surprised you. And yes, and apologies to people. I know Doxyweed, I think, was convinced that it actually just randomly happened that way, and it wasn't me playing a prank. And so, sorry, Doxyweed, but no, it was me playing a prank. So there you go. Alright. At this point, I think I've talked about the previous video enough. I do have some other things that I wouldn't mind talking about at this point. Die! Haha! Alright, there's some good gold up here that I would like to mine, and so I will do that. Let's see, what else do we have on the agenda? RMCT, the Reddit Minecraft Race for the Wool tournament. I forget what the initials stand for. That thing is going on, and I watched, today again is Saturday, a couple of those matches today, live streaming, Dutroid and Honey. And the streamers at this point, I must say, have great production value at this point. So if you ever tune in to those live streams to watch the Race for the Wool tournament going on, the streamers who are streaming the match live are going around as spectators who are invisible. Not only can they just, fly around the map and show you different viewpoints of what's going on, they can teleport teleport to different people on the different teams, so you can kind of like quickly jump around. They have the ability to peer into individual folks' inventories, so they can see what inventory a particular player is currently carrying by like right-clicking on the player. They have kind of an overview thing that shows which teams have gotten which wools. It's the race for the wool, and so the objective is to, you know, get the different wool blocks that are hidden in the different kind of like little mini dungeons. And yeah, the whole thing is just, it's very well done. So if you have a chance to tune in to any of those streams, to watch some kind of like live tournament play of Race for the Wool, I would encourage you to check it out in the future. The 2 matches that I tuned into, hello Enderman, I'm not going to look at you. I hear spiders, and have to wonder if it's cave spiders. And since I'm still talking and I'm not very confident in my ability to tell stories and fight off cave spiders at the same time, I'm going to block that up for the moment and go in a different direction. You can call me a coward, and you might be right, but there you go. Yes, the 2 matches that I tuned in for and Race for the Wool today were, number 1, there was a match featuring a number of folks from the Mindcrack fan server, including Oddmast, Tib Turner, and Rayman. And yes, so I was obviously kind of keen to watch them and see how well that they would do. Sadly, spoilers ahead, by the way, sadly they faced a team that was exceedingly well prepared and happened to get through the map they were playing on in record time. And after the match, I, you know, commiserated with those folks a little bit, because I know what it's like to play in Reddit Race for the Wool and end up losing the match in record time and being out of the tournament. I assume it's still single elimination. I'm actually not familiar with tournament format, and so I'm not sure if they still get a chance to like play any more matches, or if it's just, you know, once you lose, you go home, like a playoff kind of style. But yes, they lost their match in a short amount of time. I think they put in a good effort, but the team they were up against was just really ready to completely execute. And so, but yeah, that was fun to watch. And then later in the day, Etho and Pause, like, and Seth Bling and Cilantro Gamer, so like big name and also good PvPer teams. The name of their team is Blame Disco. Disco was not on their team this time around. And so anything that goes wrong, they get to blame Disco, I guess is the reason for the clever name for their particular team. And yes, they were up against, yeah, sadly I don't remember either of the teams that people were playing against. I was tuning in mostly for people that I kind of know and watch. And yes, that was a fun match to watch as well. Blame Disco, perhaps not completely surprisingly, managed to win their match. But that was another fun one to watch, and so it seems like that team will be well practiced, and I expect a number of people will expect them to go far, because they all are pretty good PvPers, as well as some good strategists. So that will be interesting to see. There's lots of matches going to be going on. I expect most of them will happen over the weekends. I will try to remember to link in the description of this video links to the Reddit MC Tourney subreddit, where they talk about kind of all of the Race for the Wool tournament stuff and schedule. And yeah, there you can go to find out, you know, when the streams are happening and how you tune in and all that kind of stuff. But yes, I would encourage you guys to watch that if you have any interest in Race for the Wool or competitive Minecraft play, because it's some good stuff. All right, and at this point, well, first off, we have to see what's in this chest. Yeah, not bad. I'll take it. I'm not unhappy to take free loot. But at this point, I need to see how long I've been talking and caving for today, and so I am going to peer down this staircase and see if it comes to a dead end, as they often do, and it does. And so I will take this moment to take a short break. I'll be right back. Alright, we still have plenty of time in this episode. I've gone ahead and reorganized my inventory again and put some stuff away in the ender chest. But we can keep talking, and so one of the next things I can talk about is, as you all know, I have started, I'll call it an extended vacation. How's that? I don't have a job. And so that gives me some more free time to potentially do more things on the channel. And after thinking about it, I am, at least for the short term, going to try to do exactly that and have more content on my channel. I'm still worried about cave spiders, and so I'm being a little careful over here. Maybe too careful. Don't hear spiders really multiplying over there. All right, let's try going down this way first. I really like it. I didn't bring any speed potions along, I don't think. But I really enjoy when you get a chance to just kind of like run straight along through the mine shafts like that. Ooh! As well as running through caves like this. Whee! All right, I'm starting to light up a bit. On topic, on tasks. So, yes, I'm going to try to have both more and more diverse content on my channel, at least in the near term. And so, what does that mean for you guys? Well, this should be airing on Monday, which means that you guys will already know about one of the new things that's going on, which is another season of fan server Ultra Hardcore. And so in Season 6, we have teams of 2. I am teamed up with Ray. And yeah, it's another Ultra Hardcore. Those are always fun. And I'm not going to give away spoilers, but this one, there's going to be a fair bit of excitement by the time we get a few episodes in. And so I hope for those of you who enjoy watching Ultra Hardcore that you guys tune in for those and enjoy it. Got some fun teams and some fun guys to play along with, and so you'll be able to see a number of perspectives if that's your thing. And if you just want to tune in for me and Ray, that's cool too as well. Whatever. Oh, crap, crap, crap. You know, I thought I saw him going to be walking up kind of towards me, and so I thought he might be back there. I did not anticipate him being that close and being on my tail that quick. I thought I was going to turn back around, and the creeper was still going to be a distance away, and I think we've come full circle. I think this is where all the mobs were. I'll be able to tell if I peek down here. Yes. This is where we were when I first saw all the mobs, and all of a sudden the bug flew right onto my monitor and obscured my view of the screen for a moment. I haven't seen the bug again since, so I don't know where he went. I don't know if it was a moth or a mosquito or something that had decent-sized wings. I don't know. Anyway, yes, so Ultra Hardcore is one thing. I am, at the time that I'm recording this video, in kind of like the planning stage. I had talked in the previous video, possibly trying to play through a super hostile map, either Uncharted Territory, which isn't super hostile, because I guess that's kind of a brand, but one of those maps, or Vex's Spellbound Caves. And so I would expect that you will see some of that in the not-too-distant future, but nothing there is set in stone yet. I'm still trying to figure out those details, so stay tuned. And yes, it's also the case that I do other kind of just pick up fun things with friends or ultra hardcore people on Reddit and different kind of things, and so there'll probably be some miscellaneous videos as well. And as a result, like, my typical schedule for the past, I don't know, few weeks has been to upload a video every day at 9 a.m., give or take. I didn't upload a video on Saturday, for example, because I just, quit my job and all of a sudden didn't have any responsibilities, and so one of the non-responsibilities included just not even bothering to upload a video. On Saturday, I spent a lot of the day, I slept in, and then spent a bit of the day on the couch watching Minecraft videos and eating raw cookie dough. Yes, it was just kind of like a day of indulgence to take advantage of the fact that all of a sudden I have lots of free time and I can do whatever I want, at least for the short term, so might as well take advantage of it. And so that was what I was up to on Saturday, and that's why you didn't get a video, because that was also some of what I was up to on Friday evening. I also was celebrating with some friends. Anyhow, so yes, trying to work on some other content for the channel. Like I said, in November I'm going to be doing a bit of traveling, so I'm not sure how long it will last. But in the meantime, I do enjoy playing Minecraft and making videos for you all, and so I hope that I will spend a little more time than I have previously had time to do that. And if that means you have so much content that you can't even watch it all, then that is a burden that I'm willing to place on you all. So how's that? I'll make lots of videos, and you guys will have more freedom to pick and choose whatever you want to try to watch. At least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. All right, and Lapis, I don't know what to do with you. I wonder if there'll be any kind of like new things that will require Lapis for crafting, because does Lapis participate in any crafting recipes today, apart from dyeing wool? I guess there's also a Lapis block. I can't think of anything else that you can actually do with Lapis. other than please and or taunt MC Gamer. um, yeah, and so that could be an interesting new thing. I've been trying to steer clear of information about the snapshots. I keep getting little bits of information, and I was kind of excited and then not excited about lighting bug fixes that I was hearing about. But yeah, still trying to steer clear of the snapshot information, so please don't give me much in the way of spoilers there. And as a result, I have had a whole lot less of my usual stuff that I could watch, and so I've been watching a lot of other people, just kind of like peeking in on people playing super hostile maps and other CTM maps. And so, yeah, Uncharted Territory, like I said, is a map that does seem to be popular, and there's a number of people playing through it. In addition to Etho, Simon Mell is playing through it, who's played through Final Fantasy. I think Darkfan and Morgwin are playing that one from the fan server. AJ Lease, who's someone who comments on my videos sometimes and has been around for a while, is also playing that. And so I've watched a little bit of all those folks playing that map, as well as a number of folks playing Waking Up. Oh, Waking Up! Another spoiler ahead. If any of you are watching Schism and Pungence and their playthrough of Waking Up, now would be the time to turn away, because I think this might be the last topic that I'll cover in today's video. But I'm about to give spoilers for that if you haven't seen their Waking Up videos of late. But yes, it appears that they lost the map. And Steve even was kind enough to title his video, "I'm sorry, Brian." Yes, they were going after the orange wool, and they broke into the wool room and had the wool in hand, and then got blown up or killed, and the wool was on the ground, and went back into the wool room a couple of times and picked up the wool to refresh it, but never actually placed it down as a block, because wool is a placeable block. And so even if you don't have a convenient chest to put some inventory into, that's another way that you can kind of preserve the longevity of the wool if your player is going to die. But unfortunately, their wool sat on the ground for more than 5 minutes, all of the orange wool, and so it expired, and so they are no longer able to complete the map. And so I think that means they're stopping, or at least stopping for now. I don't know if they have plans to come back to it. But that was very sad, and so I felt for them. And yeah, Schism was asking the question, like, is that the first time that anybody has ever failed one of these maps on YouTube? And I expect it is not, simply because, I don't know, there's a lot of people on YouTube who've played a lot of Vex maps, and so I expect someone has failed before, but at the same time, I don't recall ever seeing anyone actually lose the map. Waking Up is definitely a fair one to lose it on, because the map is very difficult, and you only get 3 wools. But at the same time, it's a dubious distinction to be on that list of people who have lost the map. And so I feel for them. I enjoyed watching while they were doing it, even if they were sometimes playing horribly. At the same time, the two of them are very funny. And so it was fun to listen to and watch, even when it was going badly. But there you go, Waking Up. That's one fewer thing, I guess, that I will be able to watch, which means one more time slot that I will have kind of open to try to go and sample other people's videos. So, for those of you who are making YouTube videos, I encourage you to keep making them, because it offers me an opportunity to have more entertainment, which is exactly what I need when I have all this free time on my hands. Alright, at this point, I think I've been talking for long enough. I'm going to need to find a way out of this cave system. I have no idea where I am at this point, and try to go back. And yeah, we've done a lot of caving and talking and different things, and so I really am going to try to get back to either a build project or something else from my list of things that I want to do in Exploration and Tactics next time. And yeah, in the meantime, I hope you guys are enjoying Ultra Hardcore and all the other things that might appear on the channel, as well as more things that might appear on the channel. And I hope you guys are having a great day as usual. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.